Okay, people, this is where we're going to pick up a game 3 years later, no matter what. This is our choice, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, the rules of this basically are I haven't touched this game in 3 years, and it's going to be how well can I delve back into this game and enjoy my experience and just have fun. Now, you'll notice that I had put 91 hours into this game, but also I had already played a little bit up in advance just to get past all the cutscenes. There's our classic loading screen, and now this is where we delve right into it. And this is me remembering there's a lot of running in this game, like a lot of running. So I had to figure out a way to get my mount back, and then remember I have a majestic reindeer as my steed, and I love this thing. But the main point of this game is you're going around, you're collecting things, and remembering you can't jump. Not only can you not jump, you can't do assassinations the way you thought you were, and well, if you miss it, it's going to be a bad day. It's going to be a really bad day. So it's called hack and slash your way, run around, find a new outfit. And also, fire hurts. Fire hurts a lot. And not only that, it's going, okay, I came to this area looking for one specific thing. Yes, there's these guards here. Yes, it reminds me that I love the bow and arrow. But there's that little golden armor piece up at the top. That's what I'm looking for. Ah, yes, classic Assassin's Creed right there. And then I'm about ready to get my butt handed to me because, sometimes I just can't remember to do anything. And what I mean by my butt being handed to me, it's I'm going to get humbled real quick by this game in terms of I have no idea what I'm looking for. And also, long sticks hurt. So I'm going to go beat up a couple guys, loot some chests, go through a window, look around, and then I'm going to have the biggest existential crisis I've ever had in a game like this before of, wait, where do I go? I'm going to run around this whole place for what felt like 30 to 40 minutes, throw down a fireball, and then leave, because that's all I could do. So I went, okay, let's do the one thing I do know how to do, which is make the beautiful cutscenes from this game appear and make me happy. So let's enjoy it. Oh, yes, I'm on top of the world at this point. I remember, that's right. I do love the synchronizations. So let's jump off this hay bale. Let's go into it. And then let's go give myself another existential crisis because I yet again forgot another one of this game's mechanics. I'm looking for one of those flammable things right now because that little grate on the ground I just walked over, that's what I'm trying to break. No prompts, no nothing, just couldn't remember how to do it. So I'm doing everything in my power to figure this out. And eventually, after just being frustrated, looking ridiculous, I give up. And this is my emotional support flower pile of what am I going to do in this game now? I can't remember how to do anything. I can't remember how to do other things. Okay, let's see. Is there anything in the skills that will tell me and remind me of what to do besides, adding in a whole bunch of stuff? Look at the armor, look at everything else that I have, and go, nope, pretty cutscenes. Now, this is Paris. We probably all know Paris as a place that has a lot more beautiful people and a lot prettier churches, but this is the Paris we get in this game. It is based in the 800s, late 800s technically, because this does happen after the Raid of Lindisfarne. Yes, I am a history lover. Get over it. Now, in my mind, I'm going, okay, do I just do this for the rest of the game? Because that's the only thing I remember how to do. The story is horrifically long, but also I remember you can fall off these mountains if you don't pay attention correctly. So I also know that these are only a finite resource in this game. And what I mean by that is there's only so many you can do before it opens up the whole map. Well, then I have to go to the story. And I'm not really fond of this story specifically. It's a lot of jumping. It's a lot of cutscenes. It's a lot of things that I'm not ready to do because it took 2 hours to get through the cutscenes just to get to this point where I'm running around and finding the single best thing that they give you in this entire game. And yes, it's to pet a cat. A scary looking cat, one that frightens my nightmares, but you still pet a cat. Always gotta pet the cat. Now, I decide, okay, nope, I gotta move on with the story. So here we are, about ready to move on with the story. But my biggest thing to say is there's rats in this game. I hate the rats. They suck. I don't like them. Moving on, please. Yes, you can't actually kill them. You have to make them into these little grates and just be miserable. Also, the best thing about this game so far, and yes, I'm being sarcastic again, is what we're about to witness here, which is nearly 10 minutes of cutscenes, and a continuous cutscene at that. And they don't prompt you or remind you how to skip through this dialogue, so I was just sitting here witnessing it. Sup? Sup? Hey. Sup? Best part the whole time, right there. And it's just constant. Now I finally get my first task. Yay, awesome. Maybe it will remind me to do other things like, the cool eagle vision you used to be able to do in all the other games. Does it remind you how to do that? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It took me 4 hours to remember how to do it. 4 hours. Oh, yeah. And here's more of what the thing I don't want to deal with anymore, which is cutscenes. And this entire game revolves around it. And yes, I love them. They give me lots of story. They give me lots of depth. They tell me what I need to do. But at a certain point in time, this is what I want to do. Nope, not that. There you go. This is what I want to do. I want to have actions in the games. As in, I want to press buttons. I want to immerse myself with 2 axes and be an angry, angry Norse guy. Or girl, depending on which Eivor you picked, because again, there's 2, and I remembered, oh, that's right, I switched to Dude Eivor, not Lady Eivor. And this is where you run, and I couldn't do it anymore. There was 4 more cutscenes after this, so I just went, whatever, okay, cool. I'm finally on a mission, I know what I need to do, and yet, I come across the same issues I've been having this entire game of, where do I go? What do I do? How do I do anything? And at this point, it finally prompted me with the Eagle Vision. I don't have it on right here, and I don't press it anywhere soon, but I like making this guy have a really bad day first. But it finally showed me how to do Eagle Vision again, which was beneficial, and this is where I went, what truly do I want to do with this game? Do I really want to continue with this story? I mean, I still love the game. I've sunk nearly 90 hours of time into this. And it's me going, you know what? I know what I can do with this game. I know exactly what I can do with this game. I can make beautiful cinematic swirls and be majestic on my fancy reindeer and forget that I'm going to run right into this tree. So, go back to the tried and true. Pretty sweeping views of the Paris countryside. Now, this is literally all I do for this entire time. It was running around on that little reindeer or running around on my own 2 little legs, finding all these places and trying to figure out, I really don't know what to do, because in this part of the game, you either have one of 2 options. You complete this very short story, very short story, raid churches like Vikings do, or you contemplate every choice you made about re-downloading this game. Yes, you may love the art. Yes, you may love the story, but you don't know what to do. So you do the one thing that you hate, that you hated from the first thing, that you hated from the other downloadable DLC, and you decide to stack rocks. Now, I'm doing this just because maybe it will calm me down from the absolute monotony that was this game. The rebel missions are the same every single time, and you just don't know what to do. I truly didn't know what to do. So I decide, okay, let's make it simple. Big rock, smaller rock, even smaller rock. I didn't even have to use all of them, and I validated it, and I felt like I had achieved something in this game for the first time in what felt like 7 hours of gameplay. And I go, there we go. Now I know what I'm going to do. Wait, what do you mean I've only done 3 of them? Okay, let's do more. That's what I decided to do. I'm going to run. I'm going to ride my reindeer around this big map and look at the visuals, because that's truly why I love this game. I love the visuals that it gave me. I love the visuals that it will give me in the future when I pick it back up again. And I'm going to go to the absolutely wrong monument because why not? I mean, it feels like you're in the middle of the Vikings show, or you're just in the middle of nowhere. You're in the middle of nowhere. And there's seals randomly. So we're here at Leclerc, like my favorite Formula One driver. And we're going to stack some rocks. So let's stack rocks. That's all we're going to do. Right by the ocean. And then I'm going to go, wait, what? Where's the orange glow? Where's the orange glow? Wait. Now I'm going to have the orange glow. At this point, I've lost my mind. I've done this for 7 hours. I've done story. I've done missions. I've done anything and everything I could do with this game. And I just went, you know what? I don't think I have any more in me. And I feel so sad for saying that. Because casually, this game is fine. But I think picking it up where I had left off was not the smartest thing to do. Because now I don't want to pick this game up anymore. Instead, all I want to do is climb rocks to stack rocks. And that's what we're going to do. In full time, we're going to stack rocks. I won't talk. I won't do anything. We'll just enjoy the zen that this game is providing us, because it's the only thing I feel like will be zen for the entirety of the game. If that made any sense at all, because I'm slowly losing my mind watching this over again. This is where I noticed I messed up. Yeah, I know I said I wasn't going to talk, but I was going to talk because this is how this game has felt. It was, you start off small and then you have this massive problem ahead of you. And I think that's the issue we all have with returning to video games after 3 years, is here's this massive problem that you need to tackle first, of trying to remember what the controls are, trying to remember where you put yourself in the story, trying to overcome the fact of, I'm about ready to sink just as much time as I had before into relearning this game, or possibly starting over, because that's all you can do in the long run. In the long run, it would be smarter to start over. And starting over might make this game last longer. You might find new ways to do things, or you might realize that, yes, this is one of my favorite games of all time, and it's visually stunning, and the production quality is amazing. And maybe I like the fact that I can stack rocks in this game to the point where I'm not going to lose my mind. But when you pick it up off, when you pick it back up off, apparently, yes, English is my first language, and yet I still don't have any grasp of it. It takes these winding S-ing curves where, you can't always get what you expected out of the game after you've already put in so much time and so much effort. So it was that decision that I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave this little trophy and I'm going to walk away. I think I'm going to walk away from this game until I make the decision of, it most likely will be better to just restart it entirely. Because that's how much time I put into this game. 97 hours over the course of 3 years. The majority of it done in one fell swoop, because you could do that. And just to prove to you, I went and found my last save from when I played the game before I picked it back up again. And I was at 87 hours. So 10 hours later, I'm still nowhere near completion of anything. I know I'm not done with England. I know I'm not done with Ireland. I haven't done any of the raiding missions that you get before the Irish DLC came out. And I've almost reached 100 hours. That's almost 3 weeks of solid gameplay over this game's lifespan. And at a certain point, I'm like, no, there's more to this franchise. There's more to it. I don't think I'll be able to continue. It'll be something I could come back to and play, maybe 1 or 2 hour snippets, but I don't think it's going to be the same. And that's me. Have a good night.